All right, welcome back to another Empyrean Galactic Creator Studio build. This is T-Rex82 here. Uh, Going over the Tyche, which I just released recently over on the Steam Workshop. This is a SV. The goal in mind was to create an SV that was kind of a cross between the Eve Venture and the Star Citizen Vulture. Um, I initially did this for a challenge for Excalibur's Anvil Master Build Challenge, which is to build an illegal build. So what I did was I did create this um, as a mining vessel, but I loved it so much and I didn't want to just hold it to myself. So I decided let's make it functional and let's make it something that we can do at least as a cargo ship. And I put that out on the workshop. At the same note, I'm going to be doing a whole new line of these. It's going to be a lot of the construction slash utilitarian vehicles, excuse me. So I do have plans for a CV soon that will accompany this, as well as a hover vessel miner, which so that end game you can use this to do whatever you want, or trading, whatever floats your boat. So as we're looking at right here, this is the Tyche. It's quite nice the way it came out. I'm a big stickler for lighting, and I really like the way this looks at night. So let's get down on foot here. So starting out in the front, we have currently 6 Gatling guns, and then we move down each side. Each side is filled with these cargo container extensions. They do vary in size slightly. The first one here, you're looking at 5695. These middle 3, you are looking at 6203, and the last one is 6320 in size. So all in all, with these plus what is inside, there's over 125,000 SU capacity, which is not bad. I went ahead and tried to make this as detailed as possible, more detailed than I did any other ship. So I did things on here like I built a ladder. Every texture I place on this has a specific purpose, a specific alignment. It all kind of worked together to form the overall quality. So we've got things like the ladder. I will jump up here. I made these tiny little lights just using the smallest block I could find. I think it works out pretty well. I like the looks of it. But you've got a set of 7 thrusters in the center here. I didn't do a whole lot of stopping power. It's more of a get up and go, and then you'll stop when you need to. You may have to let off the gas just a little bit early. So we've got a total of 3, 6, 9, 12 thrusters on each side of the arms. And I have this all set up in stages so that you can have stage 1 through 4, depending on how much cargo you are currently holding. You got the 2 of the main large thrust in the back. You've got 2 of the mid-size thrust for left and right. It does handle like a boat, and I did that intentionally. I didn't want this to be something that handles on a dime. You want this to be able to feel like it has some weight to it, that it has some value to it. So that was my whole intention when I went ahead with these thrusters. Coming around the back, of course, we have our rear entrance. And we'll head up on in here, and on the left-hand side, you're going to have a set of the 3 the 3 constructors, and you have 32,000 on each. Let's see, on this side over here. And I have these 2 cargo boxes here. You can do what you want with them, but I usually have it set up for an input-output. So I'll have this for the constructors to go input on the top and output on the bottom, whatever I'm currently creating. Extra storage behind it here. There is plenty of storage on this thing. There is no need for anything else. On your right-hand side, you're going to have all of your oxygen stations, your refrigerator, your ammo box, going around the front through these doors. And you're going to get into the business end as far as your fuel is concerned. You've got your pentaxid tank here. And again, just kind of texturing things, just kind of give it a little bit more of that industrial look. Coming around, also to note, this is the first time I've actually used the railings. I almost feel like they shouldn't be called railings when it comes to your SVs or HVs, just because they're so small. You can't really use them as such, but I kind of like the way they turned out on this. Going back up here, We're going into the bridge. All right, and I got a little lore on this side I had come up with. It's nothing crazy. It's just something to fill it in. Oh, keyboard and monitor. Over here we got our cockpit. Good view, left and right. What I really wanted to do, and I didn't really get to do it too well, is I had these panels in the floor, these window panels, because I was hoping to be able to see down through while you're in the cockpit. It would just help with landing and things like that. If I had this cockpit a little bit wider, it would have worked out a little bit better, I think. It just, at this point, it's just aesthetic. Back here, we have a room for 6 occupants to go along with your mining ventures, as well as you've got these 6 armor lockers as well. So each one would have a personal armor locker. We've got my usual. You've got pipes everywhere. You've got all sorts of stuff going on left and right. Nice little showcase of the warp drive up top, your core, and your wireless controller. Now there is a not. Oh yeah, and of course your shield generator up above as well. There's not a whole lot to this ship. It's just very condensed and serves its own purpose. Um, Again, I like the way it came out, and I have a lot of ideas coming up for future builds, but there it is. That is going to be the M-153C Tyche. You can find this on the workshop, and if you want to follow along on future builds, please just go ahead on over to my YouTube channel, subscribe, hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any future content. And until next time, thank you very much. You have a great day.